dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. The time is 5:30. I'm Madison Pergram.
And I'm Will Puckett on this Tuesday, October the 1st. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning.
So it's the first day of October, but it sure doesn't feel like it.
At some point, we're going to have to stop using that line. And hopefully it comes at the end of the week, but it continues to feel just gross.
I know. Well, let's go to Kelly McShane. Kelly, do we see any signs of lower temperatures coming anytime soon?
Well, we do have a little bit of signs of lower temperatures coming, so it is on the way, that more October-like feel, but it is still feeling like July here in the mountains for the next few days. Overall, this morning we're off to a warm start with temperatures in the 60s and 70s. London at 68 this morning, Moorhead and Ashland at 70. Pikeville, you are at 73 degrees this morning, so definitely a warm start. Over into Whitesburg, not looking too dangerous out there. We're just seeing not too much fog, but overall just a calm start to the morning. Visibility is a little bit reduced heading into Harlan and Bell counties, and over into London, Somerset, Williamsburg, just some patchy fog, so just take it easy on the roads this morning. But overall, pretty calm conditions as we start off our Tuesday, and we're going to continue to track those very warm temperatures here in just a little bit, guys.
All righty, Kelly, thank you. Well, the second escape in 3 months. The search is still ongoing for 2 inmates who overpowered a jail guard in Hazard.
Here's the men police need your help finding: Carl Engel and John Miller. Jail officials say during the altercation, they were able to take the guard's keys.
I went down to talk with employees at the jail. The jail administrator told me he is sick over it. It is an escape that falls directly on his shoulders.
And I'm going to take full responsibility for my jail and for the actions in this jail.
In just 3 months, jail administrator Lonnie Brewer has had to deal with a total of 6 inmates making a run for it.
First time was a set of keys being dropped. This time, inmates assaulting a deputy and taking keys.
These are the 2 men police in Perry County are looking for now.
Well, they're both drug addicts, and it seems to be a common theme.
Carl Engel and John Miller assaulted a deputy jailer, took his keys, and then unlocked the 3 doors it takes to escape.
Decisions like these gentlemen made, they don't have no regard for authority, have no regard for law enforcement, have no regard for the fact that they're incarcerated.
Last time an escape happened, it cost a deputy their job. This time, it is bringing changes to the way the jail runs.
We're going to move them down to where it's going to be an extra door in the middle of the jail where they can't have access to get out that easy.
Plus new locks that no longer require keys to protect those inside and out. Brewer says they have a procedure in place where deputies do not go into cells alone. However, due to understaffing, this time that protocol was not followed.
Well, in Breathitt County, deputies charged 1 man with murder in connection with a weekend shooting. Sheriff's deputies say this man, Darrell, fired 2 shots at his son, James, killing him. Investigators say he told them his son hit him with some sort of object and he feared for his life. A doctor at Kentucky River Medical Center pronounced James dead. Darrell is scheduled for arraignment on Thursday.
Officials believe a Floyd County man found unresponsive in his home was dead days before they arrived. Investigators are trying to figure out who murdered 63-year-old Paul Foltz. Troopers with Kentucky State Police found him dead at his home in the Branhams Creek area Friday. Some neighbors tell us now they are looking to move. Jesse Taylor says this crime is hard to comprehend.
It's so scary. I mean, you see it every day on the news, but it doesn't hit you until it's at home.
Officials do not know how Foltz died. We are waiting on autopsy results. Now, if you have any information leading on this case, you can call Kentucky State Police Post 9 at 606-433-7711. All tips are anonymous.
And a trial date is set for a Whitley County man accused of murdering his girlfriend. Jury selection for Nicholas Rucker is set to begin December 10th. Police believe he shot and killed Vicki Connor back in May. He was on the run for more than a month before being arrested in Corbin on July 4th. The trial will take place in Knox County.
Yesterday, a preliminary hearing was held for a Clay County man charged with murder. Ricky Darrell Wagers is accused of killing Eddie Spurlock with a shotgun. We heard testimony from Sheriff Patrick Robinson, but little new information came out in court. The judge found probable cause to send the case to a grand jury.
Judge determined there was probable cause to believe that he committed the offense of murder, and so he has sent that to the grand jury to be considered.
No changes were made to Wager's bond, which is set at $250,000 cash. Ricky Darrell Wager's next court appearance is set for November 4th at 11 a.m.
And new information about a deadly Franklin County crash involving a semi-truck this past weekend. That crash happened around 5:30 Sunday. A truck driver from Michigan is charged with manslaughter. Police say 45-year-old Jerry Elder Jr. didn't see traffic slow down in front of him because he was watching a video on a cell phone that was mounted on the dashboard. 61-year-old Jeffrey Curtis of Bedford was killed in the crash after the truck hit a Jeep. One passenger in a third vehicle has serious injuries.
A public health warning out of Louisville this morning. This after health officials confirmed the state's first vaping-related illness. Health officials did not release many details about the case, but WLKY reports state health officials say the patient is in his 30s. They say he used a modified vape pen system with nicotine and did not use THC or synthetic drugs. The man is diagnosed with pulmonary disease linked to vaping. Health officials say they are investigating at least 20 cases right now in the state.
The legalization of hemp has led to a boom in the industry, especially for farmers right here in Kentucky. Right now, the Kentucky Department of Agriculture says there are nearly 1,000 licensed growers in the state. But how do those farmers get their crops to the market? Brian Furnish is an 8th-generation farmer in Harrison County who has been growing hemp the last 6 years. He says in his county alone, there are about 30 farmers taking on this old crop that is new again in the bluegrass. Furnish says while most equate hemp with CBD products, the future of hemp is much bigger for its growers.
Everybody's talking about CBD and cannabinoids. The future of hemp is not CBD. The future of hemp is fiber and food. And there's no better plant in the world to grow than hemp, because hemp is the only crop that can feed you, fuel your cars, shelter you, clothe you.
In our 6 o'clock hour on Mountain News this morning, Amber Philpott heads into a hemp field to talk about the next step for growers.
Fighting for clean, affordable water. That's what folks from Martin County were doing in Frankfort yesterday.
It has been a months-long battle. First, the water was dirty. Now the price has gone up twice. Hillary Thornton was at the state capitol while frustrated residents made their case.
The struggles for safe drinking water in Martin County making it into headlines in recent months, with pictures like this one of yellow or at times brown water flowing into homes. However, it is a battle folks living there say they've been dealing with for years.
In the richest and most powerful country in the world, this is not acceptable.
Martin County Concerned Citizens and Appalachian Citizens Law Center releasing a report today at the state capitol.
Because of decades of gross mismanagement, the system cannot reliably provide water that is safe. Of the 70 citizens that I have tested their water, 2 of those use their water for cooking or drinking. And so that's what it's like in Martin County.
To deal with the crisis of poor water quality and quantity, as well as poor management, customers seeing a rate hike twice in 2018. This report pointing out the fact that Martin County is one of the poorest communities in the state, with nearly 30% of households living below the poverty line. But they say despite that, the average water bill there is the 8th highest in the entire state. Nina McCoy explaining that more than 45% of her community cannot afford that bill for water that is at times undrinkable or not even there.
That's not something that people will come and tell you because it's embarrassing.
And they fear their rates will soon see another increase, as the Public Service Commission has ordered that the district retain an outside company to manage the operations.
Hard to imagine it would be anything less than $10.
Hillary Thornton, WYMT Mountain News.
As part of their report, the group is voicing 5 demands for leaders. Some of those include no more rate increases and directing funding from grants towards the most immediate needs.
An area of the Red River Gorge is closed following a forest fire. These are some pictures from Facebook. Daniel Boone National Forest officials say the fire happened at Sky Bridge. An escaped campfire caused it. The area is closed while firefighters work to establish containment lines.
And we just lived through one of the driest Septembers on record, and yesterday marked the 4th day in a row of record-breaking heat. Temperatures are now almost 20 degrees above average. Locals tell us they are ready for summer weather to come to an end, and workers for the Housing Development Alliance say the heat takes a toll on their bodies and delays construction projects.
When it cools off, we tend to get a lot more done because you don't have to brake that much. But if you don't take breaks, it's hard on your body.
The drought also kicks up dust at construction sites, making it hard to breathe. About 3 inches of rain is supposed to fall in September. There's only been a trace of rain this year in Jackson. And coming up, the weather may be unseasonably hot, but that is not dampening the spirits of Halloween lovers in West Virginia, where work is underway for one fall festival tradition.
Now, it is the first day of October, but it's feeling more like the middle of summer. But fall conditions are on the way, and I will tell you when we can expect lower temperatures coming up next.